With the check of your ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins. After highs this afternoon in the 90s to some low 100s over southwest Nebraska and northern Kansas, and feels like readings over 100. Scattered thunderstorms are possible through this evening across the central and east, mostly, though, east of the Tri-Cities. Those storms could go severe through this evening at 11 o'clock. Main storm threats are wind gust over 60, quarter-size hail, and an isolated tornado. In behind a cold front, our highs drop to seasonal levels in the mid-80s to the low 90s tomorrow and the 80s on Thursday. Chances of more widespread thunderstorms increase for tomorrow night through Thursday night as storms develop across the western high plains and track to the east. A few of those storms could be strong to severe. Thunderstorms remain possible with the cold front for Friday and additional disturbances over the weekend through Monday. Highs drop as low as the 80s over the weekend before a quick rebound to the 90s and some low 100s on Monday. The heat sticks around for the long-term forecast. Warmer than normal temperatures are likely for Sunday through July 8th for Nebraska and Kansas. By early July in central Nebraska, our daytime highs are typically in the upper 80s with average overnight lows in the low 60s. Nebraska and Kansas rainfall likely to be above normal for Sunday through July 8th, especially the early to middle part of next week. Key weather factors the markets are watching include heavy rain and flooding in the northwest Corn Belt, rain that's needed in the rest of the Corn Belt, heat across the southern U.S., and rain staying limited for the Black Sea region. The recent heat wave lingers for several more days. Highs today approach or exceed 100 from southwest Nebraska into central Texas and from Louisiana into Georgia. A strong cold front over the northern plains and upper Midwest ushers in much colder weather as it sweeps across the eastern half of the U.S. The northern plains are much colder by this weekend with a slight risk of frost in some areas. Encountering hot and humid air, that front generating heavy rain and potentially severe thunderstorms. The greater risk of severe weather and excessive rain includes the Corn Belt and the northeast U.S. An influx of moisture leads to increasing rain chances across the Rockies and Plains. The exception is Texas, that remains dry. For the Midwest, several more thunderstorms going into next week provide help with flash drought conditions that are developing in some areas. Overseas in southeast Europe, rain continues to help with increasing soil moisture for drought areas. Later this week and weekend, there's less of a chance for heavy rain in France and Germany, which are getting a needed break from the rain. The Black Sea region's need of rain is adversely affecting developing corn and sunflowers. It's not overly hot in the Black Sea region, but temperatures should trend much warmer than normal later this week, especially across Ukraine. Across Argentina, rain this weekend was light and spotty where soil moisture is low for winter wheat establishment. Later this week in Argentina, a burst of colder air likely to produce frost for a couple of days. With the check of your ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.